Hello, Christian friends. It's Tuesday. Put your thinking caps on. My name is Dwain, and today we're taking on the thorny, challenging topic of the abomination of desolation. Let's see what we're talking about. Jesus says in Mark chapter 13, beginning at verse 14. Now, remember yesterday he was speaking about the destruction of the temple, the destruction of Jerusalem, and this gets to the heart of the matter of why that destruction is going to happen. Verse 14, so when you see, speaking to these disciples, when you see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet, Daniel speaks about the abomination of desolation in Daniel 8, he speaks of it in Daniel 12, and in Daniel 11, verse 31. Let me just look at those two just for a quick minute. Let's read those. Forces from him will arise. That's forces from the little horn power of the papacy. Forces from him will arise, desecrate the sanctuary fortress, and do away with the regular sacrifice, and they will set up the abomination of desolation. Now that's saying a whole lot. Let's see if we can understand that. Jesus says, study these things, what Daniel talked about, this abomination of desolation. Then let those who are in Judea flee. Now, when you see that happening, run. Let him who is on the housetop not go down to his house, nor enter, nor take anything out of his house. Let him who is in the field not go back for clothes. But woe to those who are pregnant and are nursing in that day. Pray that your flight be not in the winter. Jesus is saying, there's coming a time that's going to be very, very challenging for this city as it is destroyed. And that time is immediate. It's close to what's going to happen to the time when the disciples are with Jesus. In fact, Titus, the Roman prince, is the one who actually destroys Jerusalem. So there's an immediate context where Jesus is saying, this city is going to be surrounded by armies. When you see that, begin to flee, because some destruction is coming. But that does not explain the full meaning of the abomination of desolation that Jesus is speaking about, and that Daniel writes about in Daniel chapter 11 and verse 31. Daniel says, forces from him will arise, desecrate the sanctuary fortress, do away with the regular sacrifice, and they will set up the abomination of desolation. From the time of that regular sacrifice, Daniel 12 and verse 11 now, from the time of that regular sacrifice is abolished and the abomination of desolation is set up, there will be 1,290 days or 1,290 years. Beloved, here's the thing. When the Romans destroy Jerusalem, it is not long after that. Jesus is crucified. He's cut off. But Rome begins to set up, papal Rome begins to set up a worship and experience, a mediatorial ministry that is an abomination to that which is true and holy and righteous, which Jesus has set up in himself. The temple is done away with. The veil is rent when Jesus is crucified. Mediation for the sins of the world, the one who forgives sins, is only Jesus Christ, and we pray only to him. The sacrifices of the temple are done away with. But that's not what happens as we see in future centuries to come. The papacy sets up a service, a worship, a mediatorial ministry that conflicts with the ministry of Jesus Christ. Priests now are to be prayed to, and they are the ones who mediate in between God and heaven. This is the abomination of desolation that Jesus spoke of, and it extended not just to the time of the disciples, it extended beyond them to the time when the papacy would establish a system that would not respect the mediatorial ministry of Jesus. I'm taking a little extra time here because this is critical. This is important for us to see. It is an abomination to go through anyone except Jesus Christ to be saved. And that is what Jesus is really speaking about here. That abomination, when you see that, run. Run to him. God bless you.